Hey everyone, so I am going to be moving out of my apartment in a few weeks, and I realize that I have way too much makeup and I don't want to have to pack it all up with me and move it with me to another place. So I decided to go through and declutter all of it, which is going to take me a really long time, but I also decided to film it because I have a lot of friends that have asked me my opinions on it, so I thought this would be a good way to do that. So what I have in front of me are my liquid lipsticks, some that dry down all the way and some that don't dry down. Also, sorry if my camera's like shaky. So I just thought I would go through and like talk about if I like it, if I don't like it, and if I'm going to get rid of it or if I'm going to keep it. So most of these, if I get rid of them, will go to my friends, but some of them are just old and I should probably just throw them away. So let's get started. So the first thing I have is this Maybelline Color Jolt Intense Lip Paint. It's in the shade 5 Stripped Down. I really like this, although you don't get very much. So you have to squeeze it out of the cap like that. And this is what it looks like. So it's a really pretty color. It's kind of a deep nude for my skin tone, which I have a pretty fair complected skin tone. But I do really like it, and I'm going to keep it. So I typically blot it off. I normally take a Kleenex and just blot off my lips because I don't like the super shiny look. You can wear with a lip liner and it stays in the lips a little bit better. It doesn't feather out as much, but if you don't wear lip liner, it kind of tends to do that since it is so creamy. It's kind of like a mix between a lip gloss and a lipstick. That's the best way I can describe it, but I'm definitely going to keep that. Okay, so the next one I have is the L'Oreal Infallible Paints in the shade 314, I think it's called, yeah, Spicy Blush. So this one looks similar to the Maybelline, but this one has a little doe foot applicator. So this one is a little bit more pinky than the Maybelline one, and I really like this one too. I'll probably keep this one as well. I do the same thing with this one. I blot it off because it is pretty shiny, and if I don't wear lip liner with it, it does tend to go outside my lip line. But it's really comfortable to wear, as is the Maybelline one, so I'm going to keep both of those. Alright, the next one I just got when I was in Ireland because they do not sell this in the States. So I was really excited to see this. So it's the same concept as the previous L'Oreal one that I have, but this one is matte. So this one is in the shade 210 Dead Lips. Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, that's a nice name. So this one's a lot more tan brown, which is not a color that I typically go for, but it's really trendy right now, so I decided to get it. But I really like this one. So I wore it for one of our concerts while we were over in Ireland, and it lasted really well. I didn't blot it because I was running out of time to get ready, and it still lasted pretty good. It didn't feather as much, but it does, the longer you wear it, the more matte finish it gets. It doesn't really look matte right now, but it definitely gets there. So I'm definitely going to keep this one as well. I'm not doing too hot, am I? Alright, here we go. I know I'm going to get rid of this one. So this one is the Rimmel London Show Off Lip Velvet Matte in the shade 206 Atomic Rose. I really liked it when I got it, but it's just a little bit too, I don't know, reddish for me. For my skin tone, it doesn't really complement it that well. But a similar situation, it's a little bit more liquidy than the previous ones I've been mentioning. But it is still a really good option if you like this color. And they have a lot of colors, obviously. But of course, I always go for the more nude ones. But yeah, I think I'm going to give that one away. Okay, so the next one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. This is in the shade... Where are you? Oh, there it is. This is in the shade 318 Bare Attraction. Now, I really do like the formula of this one. It's a really nice nude color. It's similar to the other ones I have. This is much more mousse-like of a texture. It's still creamy, but it's a lot thicker, I would say. But it doesn't feel bad on the lips. It's very comfortable. It looks matte, but it never dries down all the way. So yeah, I really like this one as well. I'm going to compare it really quickly. I'm going to put it right there, and I'm going to compare it to my Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid because they're very similar. This one's in the shade 10 Nude Flush. They're very similar, and I definitely don't need both because I don't get use out of both of them. So this one's a bit more pinky toned, I would say. So I think I'm going to get rid of this Maybelline one and keep the L'Oreal because I have plenty of pinky toned colors like that. That other Maybelline, that Color Jolt, is very similar, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. The formulas are very similar also. The Maybelline is not quite as mousse-like, but they both last really well on the lips and do dry to a matte finish once they've been applied. So I'm going to keep the L'Oreal one and get rid of the Maybelline. Alright, I got rid of 2, kept 3. We're doing pretty good here, people. So next I have another one of these Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquids. This one is in the shade 02 Gray Envy. I just got it probably a month or so ago. I really, really like this one. It's in a color that I don't typically wear, but it's very easy to wear, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. I really like this color. Like I said earlier, the formula is really good. It's pretty long lasting for what it is. Yeah, so I'm going to keep that one for sure. But while I'm at it, I'm going to compare it to this. So I just picked this up, oh, probably around the same time, a month ago. It's from Broadway Colors, which is a new line at Dollar General. And so I decided to pick one of these shades up. It is a lot darker than what it looks like in the packaging. It's pretty similar to the Maybelline, a little bit darker in tone, and it also is a little bit more matte. This one here stays on a lot longer than the Maybelline. So, I think I'm going to keep both. I really like them, and I really want to give this one, I want to give it more time to test it out since I've only had it for a short time. But yeah, I'm definitely going to keep that. Another thing I didn't mention about this one is that it doesn't dry down like a liquid lipstick does, but once it's in there, it's not moving. So the color will blot away, but this lasted me when I wore, I've only worn it a couple times, and both times it's lasted me probably 6 hours without reapplication, which is not typical for this kind of formula for liquid lipstick. Alright, so these next couple are from NYX. This is the Liquid Suede. NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick. This is in the shade, what is this called? I think it's like Tea Rose. Oh, Tea and Cookies. This is shade Tea and Cookies. Now, I know I'm going to get rid of this one because when I bought it, I thought it was going to be much more nude, but it turns out it's like a rosy pink, which is really pretty, but I typically don't wear colors like this. So I'm going to give this one away, but the formula is pretty good on this. I didn't get much wear out of it because, like I said, I didn't really like the color that much. So I can't give a full review on it since I didn't wear it that many times, but the formula is pretty good from what I remember. This next one is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. These were like really popular a while back. I got this a couple years ago. I'm going to throw it away because it's just really old. And at this point, even though I didn't ever use that much of it, it's like nothing, it really comes off because when I first got it, it was really opaque, and now it's kind of like sheer. It's just like sheer baby pink. It's just, one, it's not my color, two, it's old. So we're saying goodbye to that. Okay, so this next one I got in my very first ever Ipsy bag. So it's kind of sentimental. It's by Trust Fund Beauty, and it is like a liquid lipstick in the shade K-Bye. And I really do like this formula. I like to wear this for like singing concerts because once you blot it down, it goes matte, but it doesn't completely dry down, so it doesn't dry out my lips while I'm singing, which is like, if you're a singer, that's like the worst feeling in the world, is dry lips while you're singing. So as you can see, it looks fairly matte already. It's a little shiny, but it definitely dries down. But it's still, you can still rub your lips together and feel something there. And it also lasts for a really long time, even through singing and drinking lots of water and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to keep that one. Okay, so I have a Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. This one is in the shade HD Devotion. So I thought I would really like this, and the formula is okay. It's very mousse-like, but it's just a little bit too pink for me. I don't typically wear colors like this, so I think I'm just going to get rid of this one. Alright, now we're going to move on to all of my liquid lipsticks that fully dry down matte. So I did all of the ones that kind of, they look matte on the lips, but they don't ever actually dry down. You can still move your lips around and feel a little bit of creaminess. With the rest of these, you can't, which is not always a bad thing. So for me, I think of it as, even though it's a little bit drying, I know that it will last all day. I don't have to be constantly like reapplying them or checking in the mirror to see if it's all faded out. I know that these will last me all day. So I'm going to start with these four. So these are all the Wet n Wild Mega Last Catsuit. Oh my. Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick. That's quite the name, isn't it? So I have four of these. I have the shade Rebel Rose, Nudist Peach, Missy and Fierce, which is a beautiful red, and Give Me Mocha. So I really like all of these colors. I wear them pretty frequently. The one I would say I wear the least would be this one, Give Me Mocha. I'll show it to you. It's a little bit more brown, but it definitely dries down all the way matte. I'm going to keep this one because it's also paired really nicely with the Nudist Peach shade. I don't think I'm going to swatch them all for you, but this red one, I actually just compared yesterday. I wore half of it on one side of my lips, and then the other half I wore this Sephora cream lip stain that I got in one of my Sephora play boxes. And this one wore just as well as this one. So even though Sephora cream lip stains aren't terribly expensive, these are about $14 or $15. These ones are only $4 or $5. So I would say get this one, and I'm not exactly sure, but I think you might get more. Yeah, so in the Mega Last liquid lipsticks, you get 0.21 ounces, and in the Sephora, you only get 0.16. So that's a way better deal to just pick up the liquid catsuit, which this one is in the shade Missy and Fierce. And if you're looking for the dupe, it's a dupe for the Sephora cream lip stain in 01, I think is the color. So yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and keep the Sephora one just because it's small. I'm going to use it up. It's easy to throw in my purse. Like if I go on a trip and I don't need to carry this giant red lipstick with me, I can just bring this one. So I'm going to keep all of my Wet n Wild liquid catsuits and that Sephora one. Okay, I got this Meet Matte Hues by The Balm. A while back I got it from Haute Look, which is a website that certain brands go on sale, and they're normally around half off, so this was a good deal. I got this for half off, so I think I paid like $8 for it. This is in the shade Adoring, and like I said, it's by The Balm. I do like the formula, but I've only worn it a few times. But one time I wore it, and I was singing, and I was doing an assignment for a class, and I'd only had it on for a couple hours, and I already noticed it starting to wear off a little bit. It has a very strong minty smell, so if you don't like that, you probably wouldn't like this. The color is really beautiful. I just think it's a little bit too warm for me, and I feel like it makes my teeth look more yellow. I don't know if I'm just crazy or what, or if it's just my skin tone that doesn't agree with this color, but I'm gonna give this to a friend because the formula is good. It definitely is fairly long lasting. If you're not doing much that day, like the day I wore this, I was running around, I was doing lots of different things. So if you're not doing much, this probably is a really good option for you. And they have lots of different shades as well. All right, this next one is the Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lip Color. This one is in the shade Creme Brulee 01. So I'm going to swatch this for you. I really do like this formula. It definitely dries all the way down, and it is very long lasting. So I do really like this one. I'm going to see how close it is to my Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit and Rebel Rose. If they're very similar, I'm just going to keep one. Oh yeah. There's a little bit of a tone difference, but not much. I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep this one and pass on this Jordana one. They're both about the same price as well. Jordana is very cheap, just like Wet n Wild is. So I'm going to pass this one along and still keep my Liquid Catsuit matte. Alright, almost done here. So I have the LA Colors Matte Liquid Lip Color, if it'll focus. Okay, or not. I just got this at Dollar General the same day I got that other one that I was talking about. This is in the shade Vixen. It's very peachy. And it definitely dries down as well. So this one I would say is probably the most drying of the liquid lipsticks I own. My lips don't feel like great when I wear it. Let me compare it to my Wet n Wild Nudist Peach. Oh yeah, that one's much more peachy colored. Okay, so they're different enough that I could keep both. I'm gonna keep this LA Colors one just a little bit longer. If I don't get much use out of it, then I'm gonna give it away to a friend. But since I just got it, I'm probably just gonna keep it. But yeah, it definitely lasts a really long time, just like those Wet n Wild ones. But it is a little bit more drying. It also is a little bit cheaper than the Wet n Wild as well. Alright, so I also have this Ciate London Liquid Velvet. This one is in the shade Pin Up. I got this in an Ipsy bag, so I'm not sure if this is like their full size, what they sell as a full size or not, but it's a really beautiful color. It's like a deep nude. I guess it's not really a nude, but it's a deep color, but it's still flattering. I think it'd be flattering on basically any skin tone, so I really like this one. I'm going to keep this one for sure. Alright, so I have a Sephora Cream Lip Stain. I was talking about that red one earlier. This is a full-size one. They're about $14. This is in the shade 33. So as you can see, this is like a very true nude. I really like this one, not so much by itself, but if I have a lipstick that is just too dark or I want to lighten it up, I'll put this on top and it mixes so well with all the liquid lipsticks I've ever tried to mix it with. So I'm definitely going to keep that one. Like I said, the liquid catsuits are a lot cheaper and they're a dupe for the formula, but the Sephora Cream Lip Stains, I swear, they got like 50 colors of them. So, and they're only 15, so that's really not that bad compared to other high-end liquid lipsticks. So I'd say they're still worth it if you can't find a color in the catsuit matte that you like. Alright, now I have this. It is the Tarteist Lip Paint. This one is in the shade, Rosé. This one's really pretty too. It definitely dries down all the way. It's similar to other ones I have, but it's a little bit more browny nude, a lighter brown nude. So I really like this one too. And similar to that smaller size Sephora one, I can throw this in my purse and I don't have to lug around a full-size liquid lipstick, so I'm definitely going to keep this one as well. Alright, so the last three I have are all from Milani. Milani liquid lipsticks are also really, really good liquid lipsticks from the drugstore. I have this one in the shade Adorable, which is like one of my perfect nudes. It's cool tone, but it's not too dark. I can wear it with basically any look and it looks really good. The other shade I have, I just got for Christmas. Ian got it for me. It's in the shade 18, Obsession. And this one's pretty dark, but it's really, really stunning. It will last all night long for me, so I'm sure it will last that way for you as well. So I'm definitely going to keep both of those. And then the last one I have is the Milani Amore Metallics Lip Cream. So this one dries down as well. Let's see if I have any room. I mean, it's stunning. I can't decide because I don't really wear it that often, but it is really pretty and it dries down. So I think I'm going to keep it. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. Okay, so here are all of the lipsticks that I'm getting rid of. I know there's only 7 of them, and I'm keeping, about 15. But You know, a lot of the liquid lipsticks that I've gotten because of recommendations from things like YouTube, so I know that they're good quality. I'm going to be decluttering all my lip glosses and all my regular lipsticks as well, and I think I'm going to get rid of a lot more of those, but I'm just really into the lip creams and liquid lipsticks right now, so I think that's why I'm keeping a lot. But I hope that this helped you, and tell me if you want me to film my other stuff too, so I can give you more reviews on different things that I've tried out and hopefully help you save some money. So yeah, thanks for watching.